to Geekology. I'm David Zabilla.
I'm Sven Harvey.
And tonight we're joined by Katrine here at View Cinema at Star City after just watching Godzilla. Now, we didn't have that many people join us for the cosplay part of the evening, which I thought was a shame.
Yes.
But those that did all had good fun. Mm-hmm. And we kept this young lady behind just to give us an extra opinion on the film. Because me and Sven differed just a smidge on what we thought of it. So, first of all, what was your general feeling towards the movie?
Well, bearing in mind that I don't know the earlier Godzilla films very well, I've seen bits and pieces of them, but I haven't seen like the Future Wars one or anything like that. I haven't seen anything after the 97 Western one, so that kind of put me off, as you can imagine. So I was kind of fresh coming into this, and I really enjoyed it. I looked at it from the point of view as it was a case of you saw little glimpses of Godzilla, or you saw little sort of like nods towards what was coming, and then when he did turn up, all the humans were completely irrelevant.
Okay. Now, I have watched all of the Godzillas, read most of the comics, definitely played all the games. I still try to go into it with an open mind because reboot, reimagining, whatever you want to call it, different spin on it. Mm-hmm. Anything's better than the last couple of Godzilla films, let's be fair. You know, it's not like they could make a worse movie. I really enjoyed it, but there was a couple of bits in it that just didn't work for me. I don't want to be sizist, but why has Godzilla been eating marshmallows? Because he is, he is Steak Puff Marshmallow Man fat.
I mean, to me, he just looked muscular. He just looked like...
In the neck? Muscular neck.
Have you seen bodybuilders?
Little face, great big head.
Okay,
have you seen
Komodo dragons? Have you seen Komodo dragons?
For me, he looked like a parody of himself, and his foot didn't look right when he's stomping around.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it just... I couldn't quite get to grips with the idea of Fatzilla. It just didn't work for me. I liked how organic he looked.
Yeah.
And I certainly thought they did the two parasites incredibly well. But I did twig, only ever did night shots of them.
Yeah.
You never saw them in daylight, and I think that's because they had the exoskeletons so shiny. If they'd have done that in daylight, you'd have really seen that it was CGI'd.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. What did you think of it on the whole?
Well, forgetting the rest of them, just end of story.
Yeah.
Oh, with a new idea, with a new mind, fresh ideas. It was okay, but it had a lot of issues.
Okay, well,
right.
What issues stood out the most for you?
The biggest ones, Fat Godzilla, obviously.
Fatzilla, yeah.
And the big paw outside of the airport, just coming down, that looked really cartoony and really naff. That was really odd.
It's at the point where you were expecting Godzuki to come tumbling.
Yeah, basically, yeah. What was the point of all the humans? Didn't need to see anything.
Yeah, we didn't need...
Really. You know, and I liked the parasites. They were awesome.
They were.
But how does a 30-story parasite appear from nowhere and nobody hear it coming at all?
Yeah, especially considering they keep making that bum 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 noise constantly.
True. And every single time the feet go on the ground, it makes a massive noise.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to when they sneak up behind you, though.
Yeah, they did some ninja up.
Yeah.
It's like, they're a bit quick for the silent ninja.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was a few things about them that didn't quite make sense. Like Godzilla hunting them down. Well, that's pretty much what Godzilla does, so cool. But he kills them. That's it. Walks off. Doesn't go, I just killed me lunch.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, and he wasn't doing it for the good of humanity, you know, regardless of all the little fan people going, yeah, he will save us. He doesn't care about you. You're nothing. Yeah, he wants the big thing. So, yeah, and he wasn't eating radioactive subs, so I'm assuming he was peckish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did explain the whole, spoilers. Yeah, they come up with the whole, the radiation from the Earth's crust, and this is why.
Yeah.
Well, why did he come up then? He'd
Yeah,
have been
just
quite happily
just
chilling
staying
down
down
there,
there, yeah.
eating whatever it is he's eating. So
Just absorbing the radiation.
yeah, so that was a
Yeah.
bit sort of.
Yeah.
Although I did like how they explained the second one, second of the parasites. I
Yeah.
thought that was good.
Yeah.
But for me, if I had to pick on one thing in the film and go, why, just why, was, and this is a spoiler for those of you who haven't seen it, so my apologies. Why did they kill the lead? Seriously,
Yeah,
they
Bryan
built
Cranston,
an
why?
amazing backstory. You really had empathy and emotion. You were
Okay.
rooting for
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
and then they killed him and went. But here's his son.
Yeah.
Which was so,
We
and
don't
his
care.
son was
I
so
didn't care.
badly written.
I did
And,
not care.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, is that Aaron was playing his son, Aaron Tate Johnson, and the guy can act.
I'm not
He's
denying that.
acted his socks off in Kick-Ass.
Oh, he was
But-
amazing in Kick-Ass.
But his character was written so poorly in Godzilla.
Actually, do you know what? Next time we see this, I'm going to have two clickers in my hand. The one clicker is going to be labelled the luckiest git on Earth, and the next one's going to be what a massive coincidence is this? And I'm literally just going to sit there the entire film going. It's going to sound like I'm typing the plot just for the clickers of it.
It won't take you as long as the film then.
Alright,
Well, how on earth though could he have? How could the coincidence have happened? There's only one job, one possible job in the whole world
and it just happens to be him.
that his son could have done, and it happens to have done it.
Lucky
Otherwise, he'd be completely not in it, just
coincidence
spin.
and luckiest
Yeah,
git
so
on Earth both
yeah.
click. See, that's a double clicker.
Yeah, that's double click.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it just
I mean, one of the things I did find quite funny is when Godzilla arrives at San Francisco and everybody opens fire on him and miss and hit the bridge.
yeah.
And it comes
How-
So
back
Godzilla
around.
does in fact not damage the bridge.
bridge, no.
It's the humans that
In fact,
do
he
it.
saves the bridge.
He saves the bridge.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
And he lets the kids in the bus
Yeah.
all manage to get off.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just
see,
like-
no, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to save all these children
Yeah.
on the bus.
Yeah.
There are millions of people working
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
office buildings that just got swiped.
No, but
we
if
don't
you-
care about them.
if you remember,
they're
there's
office
only
workers.
One bus that survived because the
Oh
rest
yeah,
of
the
the
rest
buses,
of the
they were all in the water.
Yeah, it was a little bit hit and miss with who we're going to save.
Save, yeah.
Oh look, the dog escaped.
Yeah.
There are 30 soldiers over there being
Squished,
squished.
yeah.
the dog made it.
The dog got out.
So he just managed to get out of his lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we should try and score this thing because that's what real reviewers do. They score things.
I've got one more point though I'm going to make.
Okay, go for it.
Most annoying thing was waiting for Godzilla. Waiting for Godzilla. You see him, you don't see him. You see him, you don't see him. You see
Here's
him.
a bit of his back.
Here's
Here's
a bit-
more of his back.
Oh no, that was irritating.
Yeah.
But the Skyfall scene, that was awesome.
That was.
But we'd seen it in the trailers.
Special
So-
effects were incredibly
Oh,
well
they
done
were
in
good.
this film.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, I thought they were
They
genuinely
really
good.
were.
Yeah.
They- I mean,
Yeah.
they were just. They
Yeah.
really felt part
Yeah.
of the film.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Mm.
So.
Yeah.
I do think that they've made Godzilla a little bit too big in this, though.
Yeah.
Why? Just because he massively towers over everything
Everything.
else.
Yeah, and the fact that if you put Gypsy Danger next to his tail, Gypsy only comes up to part of his tail. It's just like, okay.
Well, yeah.
Talking about that, actually, I mean, how would you compare it with Pacific Rim?
Pacific Rim's way better.
Really?
Oh, I mean, I didn't really care about the plot because the action was just hooking and you're just watching.
You
hook.
found-
action.
You found a plot in Pacific Rim.
Oh, there might have been one somewhere. I didn't care about
did
it.
you look? Did you really look?
Yeah, it's
No,
really,
okay.
really well hidden.
No, it was good. But they're two totally different films.
Yeah.
So.
Made by both made from Warner Brothers and Legendary, which is quite
It's
interesting.
always nice when they team
Yeah.
up.
One thing that has happened is on the opening weekend of Godzilla in the States is that it did so well, they've basically put Pacific Rim 2 on the back burner and replaced it with Godzilla 2.
I can live with that.
I can't.
I can see a lot of fans being quite upset though because Pacific Rim has got a massive following.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this is the thing, is Pacific Rim in the States didn't do very well. It did really well outside.
No, the delay could be a really good thing because they're going to spend more time in post-production, which normally means that they'll smooth out any editing issues. They'll get the audio I mean, the audio's great anyway.
The thing is they haven't even got a story for the second Pacific Rim yet. So
it didn't stop them with the first.
but the thing is there's a really good prequel story in a graphic novel they could do. So that could be quite interesting, and would mean you get Pentecost back and the rest of them. So that would make more sense. So how are we going to score this then?
Oh,
a 10.
Well, we can't score it on the raw.
I don't understand what the problem is with the roar. It's like the old roars.
No,
but then
it
again,
wasn't.
he's not
It
had
wasn't.
the same roar. I'm going to give it a 7 because there's things that I would have changed. So, for instance, I don't understand quite where the design idea came from for the two parasite-type creatures. Because I probably would have, with the first one we've seen being the flying, almost moth in design, but westernised, sort of like goth moth.
Yeah.
Is almost what they went for.
You're thinking Mothra.
I'm thinking Mothra.
The trouble is, though, Mothra's ability didn't have EMP.
Yeah.
And they definitely wanted the stamp on the ground for the EMP.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I mean, we at home we are referring it to Mothra and Mrs. Mothra.
The other one can't fly.
The other one can't fly, yes, but Mrs. Mothra clearly can't fly. So this is the weird thing is how come in the insect world the flying ones tend to be the females as well. So there's that whole thing going on, which is quite weird.
She has to protect her young against Godzilla and other little scrawny people that kill all your babies.
Yeah, it's the fact that and who kills the babies as well. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Okay, but
Listen, they didn't end up in an ice rink, so it was all good. How about for yourself?
Well, I think you're being too generous, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, sorry.
I did enjoy it.
What's the fundamental rule of films? Don't kill off the main character.
Don't kill off the main, yeah.
Sorry, but my heart was invested. You killed him off. And then to
I felt no empathy for the son
pretend
whatsoever.
You're even hanging. You're not too sure if he's dead. He might be dead.
Oh, he's definitely dead.
He's definitely dead now as the body bag closes.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that, until that bit.
Don't worry,
left it
in the
that
sequel, the radiation will bring him back. That should be
just jettison him onto a planet, wait for it to
It's
regenerate,
regenerate, come back to
then
us, It'd be very
reunite
confused
him
for a
with his
while.
car
No,
truck.
it's fine. Just as the bridge went down, he had some crack. It was all good. He's coming back.
Shouldn't be meth.
Yeah.
So what are you going to give it then?
I think around about a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, well that's fair enough. Well, that about wraps that up. So thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter. And of course, there's the official Geekology website. I recommend that you do keep on top of the Facebook page as we are going to continue running movie promotions with View Cinema. And of course, we've got some competitions coming up later on in the year.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching and good night.
Bye.